You see Republicans in Congress, right? They have spent all year investigating the president. That's what they've spent all year doing, and have turned up with no evidence, none, that he did anything wrong. I mean, that is what we've heard over and over again from their almost year-long investigation, and that's because the president didn't do anything wrong. Even House Republicans have said the evidence does not exist. The House Republicans have said that. To my friend in the back who just yelled at, which is incredibly inappropriate, but House Republicans have said that it doesn't exist. Their own investigation have actually debunked their ridiculous attacks. And the only reason Speaker McCarthy is doing this political stunt, and we have seen it, you all have reported, is because Majority Taylor Greene has said she threatened to shut down the government. Can you imagine shutting down the government over a political stunt? And you have Matt Gaetz as well, threatened to oust him as Speaker if he didn't do it. So he didn't even put up for a vote, as you all know, because he knows that even his own members weren't going to support this. So, that's why we call it baseless. That's why I just called it baseless, because they have said themselves that there is no evidence. The evidence does not exist, and this is a political stunt. Republicans haven't made it pretty clear just how illegitimate this is. They've made that very clear. This is an entire exercise of how to do this in an illegitimate way. And again, it's a political stunt, and it is going after the president politically, not about the truth. There's no truth here, and so we think they should work with us on legitimate issues, things that actually matter to the American people.
I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden.
Republican U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy on Tuesday launched an impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden after weeks of pressure from hardliners and allies of Donald Trump, who was twice impeached during his presidency.
This logical next step will give our committees the full power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public.
Republicans such as Congressman Matt Gaetz are accusing Biden of profiting from his son Hunter Biden's foreign business ventures while he served as vice president from 2009 to 2017.
Joe Biden deserves impeachment for converting the vice presidency into an ATM machine for virtually his entire family.
White House spokesperson Ian Sams said Republicans have turned up no evidence of Biden's wrongdoing, writing on social media, quote, extreme politics at its worst. Democratic House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries called the probe illegitimate and a waste of taxpayers' dollars.
Extreme MAGA Republicans have launched an illegitimate impeachment inquiry that is a kangaroo court, fishing expedition, and conspiracy theater rolled into one.
Seriousness of the allegation.
Stephen Griffin, a law professor at Tulane University, voiced concern that impeachment seemed to be turning into a commonplace political tool.
Now it looks like we're involved in a tit-for-tat situation where the parties feel that any effort against a president of their own has to be, in effect, paid back. There has to be payback. And that's a really bad situation for any democracy to be in.
The probe sets the stage for months of divisive House hearings that could distract from lawmakers' efforts to avoid a government shutdown, coming as the country nears the end September deadline to approve spending. Despite conceding to the inquiry, McCarthy's role as the top House Republican is still under threat from the far right over the budget.
Total compliance or remove you.
They're pressing McCarthy to avoid any short-term stopgap spending measure to keep federal agencies afloat, unless it includes hardline spending targets and border security provisions.